Warning, xero.style is known to cause gas, or gear acquisition syndrome. Prolonged exposure to me and my vlog may cause you to buy pouches, patches, EDC gear, knives, flashlights, and other pocket junk you may or may not need. Your wallet may develop an infestation of moths and cobwebs, so you've been warned. This is my Miami tribute to my brand new Ranger eye patch. Sup, cyberspace? Welcome back to xero.style, your favorite YouTube channel for knives, EDC, and other pocket junk. This week, I've got the lundquist kizer feist. This is the V4 drop point edition in lovely black denim micarta, paired up with a Z&C Metalworks black denim micarta bead. This knife's got a really slicey little blade profile on it. Black DLC coating on the outside of it. Like I said before, it's a front flipper, only opening mechanism, but that's all you need. I've figured out three main ways that I open this knife. With your thumb, just sort of give it a flick, and there you go. With your index finger, by holding your ring finger on the clip, right here by the pivot on your other fingers, and then front flicking it this way. Gotta get that finger out of the way. I'll show you that one again. And then once that's closed, it's the exact same hand position. Cross your index finger right across there and give it a little flick. There you go. Those are my three favorite ways to flick this knife. It is very fidgety. It's like so smooth. I feel like that's the reason. Just absolutely smooth. Let's take a look here at the locking mechanism. See, it's a liner lock. Got a couple cuts on the inside there. Reduce the weight ever so slightly, I guess. This is easily my favorite knife these days. There's just something about the action of this knife. It's just so drop shut, and really, even with like the slightest bit of pressure, this thing just rockets right out the front. I notice if you're trying to like use the flipper and be fancy and you don't flip it all of the way, it doesn't want to super lock up once you've done that. You actually need to deploy this knife fully for it to get lock up. And like the first day, I was like, oh no, am I worried about this knife? All the problem is 100% in how you deploy the knife. And it just takes a little bit of practice and you'll be able to make it lock 90% of the time. If you don't open it stupid like this, one-handed, and I never have that issue when I use my thumb to deploy it because it just rockets right off the thumb when you go that way. But just something to be aware of when you're playing with this knife. If you're going to be silly with it, you got to make sure that you really, really lock it. The black denim micarta drop point front flipper edition V4 kizer feist. Favorite knife right now. Also in the front pocket this week, we've got our pouch. This is the ripstop nylon gray zerofeud soft wallet mini pouch. Front YKK zipper, kind of jingly. Got an assortment of Ranger eyes on your one part of web panel here on the front. The back is very nice ripstop nylon. No exterior stitching issues. There's two little handle poles on either side of that to give you grip. I've absolutely never used them once. And the little ZF logo right here. So, for the patches this week, we've got our Rage Cup. This is my 90s Saved by the Bell Team Weekend Warrior Casa de Legmo design collab. We've got the Smash Brothers gear Miami Toad. The Miami Toker by Data Crew, the Midnight Toker Reaper. Toxic Patch Co's pretty new to me, Dry Bones, and my brand spanking new Miami Vice Correct Colorway Pouch Bomb Zero Vandal Eye Patch. Okay, this is definitely a pocket trash episode for you. I hope you enjoy it. This is the Death Cookie. This is the Death Cookie by 52 Graves. It's a PVC plastic worry coin, shaped like a familiar cookie with no copyright infringement whatsoever. This glows in the dark on the white spots, which isn't a lot, but it gives you a little bit of fun times in the glow. Paired up on the backside, we've got the double stuffed 52 Graves Death Cookie bead. put a little hole here in the middle of the lanyard so you can put your finger between it and use it as a spin toy if that's what you're into. It's not the best spin fidget toy, but it totally works. If you have a chunky bead on the other side, you're able to use to get some counterweight to spin it back and forth again. Definitely a great, angry kind of stress ball worry totem, which if you're into that, these are amazing. And a perfect pouch barrier. You put this in here between things you don't want to move around, you don't want to scratch each other, in the pouch right at the end, and it makes it a lot more secure inside there. So, the 52 Graves Death Cookie. This is a request. This is a little prick right here for you, Jason. This is a drthnater pocket cactus, little prick, made from dank blanks. Quality artisanal handmade blank resin. Paired that up with a beans EDC pink donut bead, a little bit of blue paracord. What is a pocket cactus, you may be asking? What is art good for? That's an amazing question. I'm so happy you asked. What is the point of art? Why do you carry art? Why do you have art with you? Why would you want to be reminded of things that are cool and beautiful and neat? Why would you want to detach yourself from a tough situation and totally just focus on something cool and creative and handmade? Yeah, why would you ever want to carry pocket art? No idea. Up next, another new edition that's hand artisanally made micarta bacon. This was created by the father and son team over at Jude's Foods. Jude and his son come up with these crazy foods made out of micarta. This micarta bacon is just the coolest. Layers and layers and layers of cross-cut micarta, and then some really interesting ideas by his son in ways to make this look more like bacon by just giving it a few grinds in some certain spots. One of the parts I didn't like at first was this corner, right? Because it really kind of sticks out. It's not as even and perfect on the side here like the fat. And then I thought about it, and you know, bacon fat is never perfect and exactly right, is it? It's always totally unique and different and weird, and every single piece of bacon is a little bit, you know, its own kind of thing. And that's exactly what this is. So I think you guys nailed this in the likeness of food department. I think that it is a really cool little worry stone. If you're into like micarta, I think it's super neat because, you know what I mean, micarta. But yeah, pocket bacon, micarta bacon by Jude's Foods. Very cool. I dig it. Up next, my absolute current grail fidget toy, the Lautie EDC Shuffle. Copper, brass combo, Pocket Aces edition. This is a little magnetic fidget toy made by Lautie EDC. You can see the Lautie skull with the 2099 design on the back. These work by magnets that ride here on these little raised areas, and then these little recessed areas here on the other side have a lot more magnetic positions for these ones to lock into. And that's pretty much it. Once you have it in that right spot, it's just so satisfying the way that the magnets click into place, where you just barely push one way or the other, and you let the magnetic force do the rest of the work. On top of that, the metal clicks and makes this very, very cool sound. It's a very tactile and it's a very sensory overload kind of experience when you just kind of go ham on this thing. If you squeeze in this corner over here, you get everyone's favorite click-clack. But it is possible to make this thing be quiet. If you put a little downward pressure on your fingers, I wouldn't say it's silent, but it's definitely a lot quieter than if you don't. But yeah, the Lautie EDC Shuffle, the brass and copper aces edition. I'm getting a really, really sick patina on this piece. I'm super pleased with the way that this metal is patinaing. I I was thinking I was maybe going to try and force a patina myself, because I've done that lots of times before, but I just decided I was going to let nature do its course and see what happened in my pouch, and I'm digging it. Finally, the last piece in this pouch. Can you guess what it is? It is the Nightcore Tiki glow-in-the-dark edition, paired up with the OEG one-eyed ghost bead. This glow-in-the-dark 300 lumen flashlight is one of my absolute favorites for a number of reasons. Straight off the down, this is the smallest flashlight. This is like the size of a AAA battery, the whole flashlight. It's a USB rechargeable flashlight. It's 300 lumens, which, like, generally speaking, for most applications, is plenty. The battery life is insane. If you don't use this thing absolutely every single day, it lasts forever. And the glow-in-the-dark side LED feature. If you give this a triple tap, this green light comes up here, and the shell itself is UV reactive. So this light is actually charging its own shell. So when you turn it off, you may or may not notice it's daytime, but it's glowing green, the whole thing now. And this bead is also glow in the dark. So if you triple tap this again and turn that light on and lay your bead on top of it like this, or like this, you can charge your glow in the dark bead and with the flashlight itself. And if you want to see a better example of that, check out this video where I did where every piece of gear and patch was glow in the dark. So I hope you watch that. Anyhow, that is what I've got in the pouch this week. I stacked quite a bit of EDC pocket junk into this little teeny tiny front pocket trunk. So let's fill it back up again and I'll show you the fit. So I like to start with my Nightcore Tiki in here all the way in the back. Even with the bead on it, it fits all the way straight across the back half of the pouch here. Next, we're going to take the Lautie Shuffle. I like to put the ace face down on the plush inside of the pouch next. On top of that, we've got the Jude's Foods micarta bacon. You can see that those two perfectly fit on top of each other and fill the whole back half of this pouch without stretching. It's like a perfect fit for those two in there. Up next, we're going to take the little prick, put him upside down in here with the bead up here in the top in that recessed area. And then we'll take our death cookie, top of everything else, give that a zip, force that to the top there, finish the zipper off, and there we go. The pouch is not maxed out by any means, but we've got plenty of gear stuffed into this little guy. So yes, this is my Miami tribute to my brand new Ranger eye patch, which is dropping right now. As soon as I upload and press approve on this video, I'm also going to go to shop.xero.style and throw 10 more of these Miami patches in honor of this Miami themed video. If anybody else is here after doing that outro where I did a drop release, I appreciate you very much. Thank you. If you want to watch more of my videos, click one of these boxes that are appearing on the other side of my face. If you want to subscribe to my videos, click my face down here, and have yourself a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Later!